Okay, last two are the standard molecules needed for GCSE. So the first one will be ammonia, which is NH3. So you need a nitrogen, which is in group 5. So it has 5 electrons in the outer shell. I'll spread them out like that. Hydrogen in group 1. It's got 1 electron, and you need 3 of these because it's NH3. So each hydrogen has 1 gap for an electron to complete its outer shell, and the nitrogen has 5, so it has 1, 2, 3 gaps to complete its outer shell. So when you put all those atoms together, combine atoms. Okay, so we've got a nice big nitrogen, and it's going to overlap with 1, 2, 3 hydrogens. Each hydrogen is going to share its 1 electron with the nitrogen. There's the nitrogen's 3 extra ones. And the nitrogen has to share 1 of its 5 electrons separately with each of the 3 hydrogens. The nitrogen had 5 to begin with, so it's got a spare pair left over. So inside the nitrogen circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 around each hydrogen. Hydrogen is happy with 2 around its outer shell. The nitrogen wants 8. So each one of these then, okay, is your covalent bond. 2 electrons being shared between 2 atoms. And the next one will be methane, okay, which is CH4. So we need a carbon. That's in group 4, so it's got 4 electrons in the outer shell. And it needs 4 hydrogens. Each hydrogen is in group 1. It's got 1 electron in its outer shell. The carbon being in group 4 has another 4 gaps to give it 8 in the outer shell, complete it. And the hydrogen being in group 1 is happy with 2 in the outer shell, so each hydrogen has 1 gap that needs filling by electron being shared from another atom. So we combine all these two together, big circle for the carbon, okay, overlaps for the hydrogen, 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 and the 4th one, okay, so there's hydrogens. Each hydrogen shares its 1 electron with the carbon, so the carbon gains the 4 that it needs to have a full outer shell, and the carbon shares 1 of its electrons separately with each of the carbons. All 4 carbon electrons are accounted for, added together with that the 4 hydrogen electrons. Carbon has 8 around itself, and the hydrogen has 2. Okay, and each of these are there, and there's 4 this time. So each of these then is your normal single covalent bond.